Hey, what's up, YouTubers, day traders, and market participants? Your boy is back with another episode. Will of the market. When there is a will, there's a way, guys. I am hitting my plays out of the park. We're going to go into some of them that I've already mentioned in the past and how they progressed and how they are doing right now. They look good. If this is your first time, stumbling on my channel, go ahead, hit the subscribe button. Go ahead and like the video, guys. Join the family. I want to take all of us to the promised land. Without further ado, let's get into some of the charts.
But I'm going straight ahead with this car.
All right, guys. NVIDIA has just posted their earnings. They beat on everything. They're falling down just a little bit right now. I don't really care what kind of activity happens right now. Tomorrow, people can wake up and change their minds, and NVIDIA could be even higher than it is now. Let's see where it's at now. It's at 176. Right here, you can see that 176. So it's going to open up under the 8 moving average here. But still, we'll be holding this perfect uptrend, long-term moving average. So that's gonna be fine. We just want to make sure that we're able to tomorrow. We would definitely want to see it close above 178 to have conviction that we're going to go back up to 184. If we lose 178 tomorrow, if it gaps under it and it continues to gap down, hopefully 173 can hold it. If 173 doesn't hold it, then I think we're in for a rude awakening on NVIDIA. That's just my thoughts there. Let's go to the SPY back again. SPY, obviously, the video's in the SPY, so it's obviously taking a hit. It's down to 645, which is still fine, still good. I still see 650 in the cards for the SPY. I'm not sure though if we get it uh, the first week of September, second week of September, and then it gets really shaky from there and we get a nasty pullback into October. Or maybe this is the high that we get for now because NVIDIA's earnings might drag the whole market down, which then maybe we don't get back up to these highs until the end of the year. That's possible as well. Furthermore, got to understand that the stocks still move how they are intended to move. They all go through different cycles. Once companies, big players, big hedge funds, they want to get into a stock. They obviously start that cycle and have weeks for it to play out. So it doesn't always the market, the macro environment can affect stocks. However, usually stocks are driven through certain buy catalysts already programmed into them. All right. So with that, let's jump into Palantir. Palantir is probably, yeah, it's down a little bit. Yep, down just a little bit because of obviously NVIDIA, but we'll see. I'm betting on tomorrow being some type of good news and the market just continues to rally. That's kind of my perspective here. But I don't like what we just got here. We did just get a red candle taken over. It didn't take out green fully because the green here is 155. It did not get down to 155. 155.98, but it didn't close there, right? So it closed at 156.72. So it didn't close under 155.39. That would have been a little bit of scary, but it's still nonetheless a red candle in a crucial area, this moving average. So it's basically respecting this moving average. From this move down here, it's kind of staying in this. So this is kind of a bear flag here, which is not pretty. So we'll see if it continues this trajectory or if these moving averages can hold it. If not, Palantir could be going all the way down to 139 if things get ugly, guys, which we do not want to see, but nonetheless, we've had a pretty big run, so we could see we're not sure where that could go. MPC, I don't know if you guys remember me putting MPC on your guys' radar. I put this on the map down here, guys. I said, "Oh, this is starting to look really good." Then I believe I added another video where I said, "Oh yeah, this is perfect." this is where you get in. Right here, this day you get in. This day it opened, went down. You could have got in. And then you just see this just rocket up. Crazy, crazy move from these bottom lows down here, near key moving average. This is a very, very important key moving average. The price came down. The wells, the hedge funds, the big money said, you know what, this is a good opportunity. Let's take it up. And then on the weekly chart, you can also see that this last week was a perfect indicator to get in for another push up higher, which it really just kind of just ran with it. Because you can see on this weekly chart, this moving average came up and this moving average, very important. And it kind of did a very beautiful pattern right here where you got the bears taking it down, then you got a lot of buying pressure pushing it up, and then more buying pressure pushing it up, canceling out all the red to the left of it with important moving averages under it. So, boom, push up. Very, very good play here, guys. I was not in it all the way. I believe this was my candle where I took the last bit out because we had knocked out this high. It would have been probably a good idea to reclaim my position here to catch another $7 move on this, but I did not catch it. I was looking at other things. Another good play that I put on our radar a few weeks back too, Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo killing it. All banks killed it. I just this chart looked a little bit. It doesn't look as good as the other ones, but it had more room to move. That's what I like because once we started getting some of these candles, I was like, hey, I like this play because this big red came in, but it didn't continue. And this one as well, it held it. This one was scarier, and I wanted to know if this one was going to continue the move, and it did not. We held our own, and then we broke under but pushed back up. So this is honestly the better days where you could have started to get into Wells Fargo, and then the rest was history, right? So very, very good there. I like that on Wells Fargo. Another one I put on everybody's radar, NNE. Very, very solid here. This is your daily chart here on the left. Daily, weekly. I'm always going to be looking at the daily and weekly, guys. I don't want to, you know, be all close into the action. I want to see the general trend so that I'm not getting caught in small intraday moves. I'm not getting caught in smaller pictures. I'm looking at always the bigger time frames here, which helps you just kind of manage your positions a lot better and overall be more successful if you're looking at longer time horizons, guys. It's something I highly recommend. Anyways, NNE, I mentioned it here. I mentioned it here. And I mentioned it here. So we got this nice big push up off of this big moving average right here. And now we are pushing up towards this purple moving average, which we got really close to it today. At one point, this was up, I'm pretty sure, another 3-4%. I trimmed a little bit here because I saw it starting to lose a little strength here, but I also hit my profit target. So I'm out. Now I can just let the last piece of my position go. Hopefully it can get through this. If it can't, that's fine. I'll just cut my losses, or cut the profits, make sure that they don't turn into losses, guys, right? But it still looks good. Weekly chart looks good. If it closed here on the week, it wouldn't be as strong as I would like it to be. I definitely still wanted to take out this high right here by the end of the week, or at least close by that high on the end of the week. That would be ideal, and it would show me that there's a lot more strength left in E. And another one, just kind of in this sector, I'm not going to leave you guys hanging on this one. I'm still in this as well. I did not get out of it at all. I'm kind of wishing I trimmed a little bit here when we were up 5% in the day and then it reversed. That was kind of a ugly day to watch. However, the good news is it got above the 8 and we held. I like that. We got above it because now when we came back It's holding that level. That is good to see. Hopefully tomorrow we don't get and if it gaps down under here, that's not gonna scare me. I'm going to wait till the last 30 minutes of the day to reassess the position. The beginning of the day, I only sell if I have a lots of profit. If profits was given to me at the beginning of the day because of the pop up, that's when I take. But other than that, if it's a gap down and I see that it's just really negative, really bad, and just breaks trend, then yeah, I'll get rid of it. But if we're just neutral, we're still in our risk management tolerant area, then I will just let the whole day play out. And today I let the day play out, and I'm like, you know what? It didn't go as far down as I thought it would. So hey, we'll keep it, we'll hold it, we'll see what this one has left in the tank because I don't believe it's done. Core weave, this was looking good until the earnings popped out because they're just very volatile and Nvidia's earnings shocked them. But they finally look better to try to swing it back to 110 slash 115. I don't think we're coming back up to 150 on CoreWeave. I don't. I really don't. That's a far move. There's not even enough data here for me to kind of get a lot of things going on. Basically, this just looks like I mean, even from that middle point, it's in the middle point of this big move, right? Which is what we want to see. That just means, right? It looks like it might be a little bit under it. It's yeah, it's debatable if it's if it's in the middle or not. But what we would really want to see for this to really be good and strong and positive is if this week candle can close above what do we got? 102. We can get above 102 by the end of this week. Core weave would look good going into next week. If it doesn't, then could get really ugly because it is a new IPO this year, right? IPOs, if you look at Weeble shot through the roof and then died and never came back, right? So we would hate for that to happen to CoreWeave. I'm entered in here and I believe here. So I'm kind of just my exit will be if it comes down here again, I will be getting out. I will not be averaging in. I will average in if this weekly candle closes above 102. Then I will say, okay, the bulls are back. I'll average in, see where we can go. But CoreWeave is just getting hot on my radar, so I'm going to be keeping close attention to that. What did I bring up yesterday? I brought up PayPal yesterday, right? PayPal. Um, Out of nowhere gets this data breach and then it's looks ugly, right? But what happened? The data breach came out, it gapped down, but then pushed up the entire day. So honestly, that shows me that that news, data breach, banks not accepting money, that news did not even falter the move it's going to make. The it I mean, I'm not saying it's going to, it's all probabilities, but the probability now of it kind of coiling up in this zone, making this lower shoulder here higher than the rest of these is good poise for a breakout move. And I like how this moving average is coming down. And like I said, this one as well, moving average, it's just holding here. It's not allowing this nasty earnings red candle to continue and have more follow through. It is not allowing it to do that, which is very, very good. It's holding this area as a rope and it's trying to push it back and go up here towards this big sloping grandmaster moving average here. So I like PayPal today. I think was just a testament to it not wanting to go lower, even off of bad news. So very, very good to see. And the last stock, I mentioned Pepsi yesterday, right? And I really like what Pepsi did today. So I bought Pepsi here yesterday. I like what it did here. Now, officially, Pepsi has hit the radar to be a play. Now we have perfect green takes out red near a key moving average. And guess what? We've been hugging this key moving average the entire time, came back to it, and we can do another move, right? Get that second leg going. So I really like what Pepsi did here. It is actually already up in after hours. It's already up, almost $1. So that's already good to see that, a lot of people think alike. A lot of minds are out there thinking alike. And you have now Walmart. Walmart is looks like it's down a little bit because this green candle wasn't as convincing as Pepsi. The Pepsi one looked way better and stronger and had more volume. The Walmart does not. However, I'm still not throwing Wally Wall out of the picture here because if we zoom out just a little bit, we can see that this area is where it really has participants. You have, at first it was resistance, then you got above it, then it became support, shot up, support. It could be support here, but if we break this level, obviously it will be ugly and we will be going down to 90 if we break this level here. However, something is telling me that we're not going to break that level. A lot of things have been hitting their all-time highs right this year, and Walmart has not yet hit its all-time highs. I guess it did technically make this in February, but some stocks have already regained their February highs and pushed higher. Walmart has yet to do that. I feel like it should do that as well. So I'm a speculator here, and I'm speculating that in this area we can be aggressive to get some Walmart to push back up to these highs, right? And that is going to be my approach to the market. All right, guys, that is going to be it for this video. Remember, I am not a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence before buy, selling, or holding any stock. Consult with a professional. I am not. I am just someone on YouTube going over the charts and looking at what I am going to do with my own money. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys liked it. And if you're new here, I hope I found a new subscriber in you guys. Go ahead, hit that like button, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Peace.